While enrolled in pre-med in 1983, Michael spent his free time repairing and upgrading PCs, which he sold as an informal business from his dorm room. The 19-year-old's hobby quickly proved profitable, and Michael dropped out of university to pursue his startup. In January 1984, Michael registered his company as PCs Limited and began selling computers from his condo. A young entrepreneur, Michael was faced with a question. How do I compete with established competitors who not only have name recognition, but also a network of retailers to push product? At the time, customers went to retailers to purchase their personal computers. The staff at a Best Buy or a Radio Shack would help shoppers find the right computer, and in return for their services, these middlemen would raise prices by 10, 20, or even 30%. So Michael figured, why not cut the middleman out completely and sell directly to consumers? Although it would be harder to attract buyers initially, PCs Limited would be selling at a discount compared to its established competitors. Michael went all in on his approach, which became known as the direct model of selling. He advertised directly to knowledgeable consumers in computer magazines. This experienced consumer base could pick options to have their PCs custom assembled, a service that could not be provided by mass production giants like IBM. And so, with the use of Chinese component suppliers and assembly plants, Michael Dell's PCs Limited began manufacturing and selling personal computers. In the first year of operation, PCs Limited sold more than $6 million worth of computers, which proved the potential of his new business model. Michael's company rode the computer boom through the late 80s, growing rapidly as word spread of its direct selling and lower prices. In 1987, the 22-year-old CEO changed the company's name from PCs Limited to Dell Computer, and just a year later, its sales hit $160 million. Michael's vision extended beyond just direct consumer sales, of course, and now he finally had the resources to expand his clientele. One of the most frequent criticisms Michael had to face was that his model could not be applied to businesses and big clients, who were exactly the sort of customers any growing company would want. Michael, however, was ready to prove the critics wrong. He attracted corporate clients by not only assembling built-to-order PCs, but by also preloading them with all the software they would need. If you were, for example, an oil company filling in new office space, Dell Computers would not only build your PCs for you with appropriate hardware, it would also load the systems with software to track sales of your gas stations across the country. Dell was finally making PCs for everyone, but what truly kickstarted its global ascent was the advent of the internet. When Dell launched its direct sale website in July 1996, it gained access to innumerable customers. For the first time, people could purchase PCs online instead of having to call up the company or sending faxes. Within 2 months of the website's launch, Dell was averaging internet sales above $2 million a day. By 1998, that figure had gone up to $5 million, and Dell has remained in the top 3 of computer manufacturers ever since.
Hello, Mrs. Lindsay. William?
Hello, Stephen.
You're not by any chance computer shopping, are you?
If I can get some help.
Well, right now, you can get a complete Dell system with an Intel Pentium 3 processor, plus all of this for just $7.99.
Really?
She's intrigued. Excellent. Because right now, you can get free shipping. Unbelievable. And as far as service and support, Dell's won more awards than any other PC company in the last 5 years. It's real easy. Just call or go online. Tell them what you want, and right to your front door comes America's favorite PC.
Thanks, Stephen.
Oh, dude, you're getting a Dell. Easy to buy, easy to own, easy as Dell.
From 2003 to 2006, in terms of market share, they were the biggest. Remember this guy?
You can get a Dell with what you find right here. Dude, you're getting a Dell.
That was an extremely popular marketing campaign. I was like 10 years old at the time, and everyone at my school was saying it. I don't even know why, we were just saying it. Like, we would get someone's attention by saying, dude, and then they would look up and say, what? And we would say, you're getting a Dell, trying not to laugh. I don't know, I don't get it anymore either, but trust me, it was funny. Here's why I identify 2006, 2007 as being the turning point. For one, that's when they lost that top spot of PC market share to HP. During that year, HP stock went up 45%, while Dell stock declined 16%. And also, consider their operating margins. An operating margin can show how profitable a company is. Here's a graph comparing Dell and HP from this time. If you look at 2003, for Dell, it shows 8.55%, meaning for every dollar in sales, they made 8.5 cents in operating earnings. The higher, the better. And you can see, in 2006, it fell for Dell, and it went up for HP, and those trends just continued. Also around this time, they had a recall of 4.1 million laptop batteries because they could erupt in flames. That's not good for profits, but it's really not good for their reputation. I don't want my laptop to erupt in flames. They were also being criticized for their poor customer service, and an accounting scandal came to light that I don't want to talk too much about right now, but it ended in Dell paying a $100 million settlement in 2010. So between their falling financial state, market share, stock price, operating margin, and their falling reputation, battery recall, customer service, accounting scandal, I'd say this was a bad time for Dell. Now, I've been talking about Michael Dell being the CEO, but he actually wasn't during all of this. He was CEO up until 2004, and then this new guy, Kevin Rollins, stepped in. During his time in charge, the company was criticized for lacking innovation. The criticism was that they were too concerned with offering an inexpensive computer and getting it to the customer quickly, rather than making a good computer. They were spending considerably less on research and development than their competitors, which has sort of always been their strategy, but I suppose customer tastes were changing, and they're becoming more and more concerned with a good product and willing to pay more for it. Once everything went bad, Rollins left, and Michael Dell came back. That's when he tried to turn everything around, and I'm not so sure how effective it was initially. He took over right before the economic downturn in 2008, which didn't help things, but also the market for PCs isn't what it used to be. With the introduction of the iPad in 2010, along with other tablets, and even smartphones, people aren't relying on personal computers as much as they used to.
Dude, you're getting it, Dell. Dude, a lot can happen in 20 years. Like, Dell got really into recycling. They'll take everything from desktops to batteries. Just go online, print out this label, and send in your stuff. Because all great things can make a comeback. Dude, you gotta recycle.